Well, hello everyone. Professor Profit coming to you from Craps University. And what we're going to do now, it's been so long since I've been to Las Vegas, I'm having withdrawal symptoms. My last trip was New Year's Day of 2020, so it's been over a year now since I've been to Vegas. Normally my wife and I make several trips a year out there, and so we're both feeling the effects of being cooped up from this COVID thing we've got going. So what we're going to do today, we're going to have what I call a virtual Vegas vacation. And what we're going to do, we're going to virtually visit some of the casinos that I play in when we go to Vegas. We're going to toss the dice at the craps table using the systems that I normally use when I'm out there. People have been asking what system I use when I'm throwing versus what system I use when others are throwing the dice. So we'll go over that a little bit and want to see how we do out there. We take a $3,000 bankroll with us for craps, and what we're going to try to do is cover our expenses while we're out there. The expenses are as follows. Our flight is free. We use the Southwest Airlines credit card and have been fortunate enough not to pay for a flight out there in probably 7 or 8 years, so that worked out well for us. We always rent a car when we're out there. $55 a day is the average, so we're going to book $275 for our rental car. We'll be staying at the Orleans with our comps. That's usually about $50 a night, and that includes everything. We'll be staying for 4 nights. We're coming in on Sunday, leaving Thursday, so we're going to put $200 towards that. Our meals, we usually eat twice a day. We have a brunch, or late breakfast, early lunch, and then another meal early in the evening. So 2 meals a day, figuring $30 per meal. 4 days, $60 a day, $240 budgeted for that. Just miscellaneous. One thing we do, first thing we get there is go to the Walgreens near the Orleans, pick up snacks and other miscellaneous items for our stay at the Orleans, and that usually comes around $60. And then add another $25 just for miscellaneous tips for the baggage folks at the airport and also at the hotels. So if you add all that up, it's going to be approximately $800 out of pocket for our Sunday, Thursday virtual Vegas vacation. Fortunately, these are virtual dollars also. But anyway, I thought it might be fun to act like we're going out there and see how we do. So $3,000 bankroll. Normally we'll land in the afternoons on a Sunday afternoon. We will get the baggage claim, catch the shuttle over to the rent-a-car center there at McCarran Airport, get the rent-a-car, and from there we will drive to the Ellis Island Casino and Brewery. And that's over on Koval Street, which is about a block off the strip. And it's just a small little local casino. A lot of fun, good atmosphere in there, and they've got a good cafe in there that serves good food. And so we like to stop by there for our first meal when we get to Vegas. So we'll stop in there and do that. And once we finish that, then we stay around and play for a little while. And they just have one craps table there. During the day, it's a $5 table. And so we're going to step up to that table and play at the Ellis Island Casino for our first session of our virtual Vegas vacation. So what we're going to do, we'll step up, we'll buy in for $600. We'll get $500 in the green $25 chips, $80 in the red $5 chips, and then $20 in the $1 chips. So let's go ahead and rack all this up and get started. We're going to play this session as if there are a couple other players at the table, and that way you can kind of see how I bet when a random shooter has the dice in hand. Okay, so we will begin with our 3-6-3-5 set. 3-6 is the left-hand die, the 3-5 is the right-hand die. We use a 3-finger grip with the thumb underneath, And I like to cock my wrist to get a lot of backspin, so it'll take away the momentum when the dice hit the play field, and hopefully we'll just kiss that back wall and die. So I also use a slight pendulum swing to the rear. That helps me get a little rhythm, keeps the dice straight, and just release them softly, and hope we hit some box numbers and win some money. Okay, we're coming in cold, so I don't like to bet big until I've been able to warm up a little bit, kind of get the feel of the table. Is it a bouncy table? Is it not a bouncy table? Firm table? Where do the dice need to hit to perform the best? And just find your landing zones and kind of get your rhythm, kind of like a pitcher warming up in the bullpen, if you will. So when I do that, I just start with the minimum bet that I can, using the step-down system, and that's just one unit on each of the 6 numbers. Of course, we'll top off the 6 and the 8, and since we're throwing the dice here, we have to have a pass line bet out, so we will do that also. I'm going to go ahead and move everything to the bottom of the play field so it'll give room for our dice to land up here. And then also we're going to put out a lay bet because we have a fully populated board. And we're going to lay the 4 and the 10, and the only time we do this is when the board is fully populated. It kind of gives us a little bit of insurance, if you will. So we'll get the dice set. The button is on because everything will be working, 3, 6, 3, 5, and we'll be throwing from stick right 1 as a left-hander. If you're right-handed, you'd want to throw from stick left 1, and that gets us as close to the back wall as we can get, which I feel like gives us a little better control over how the dice react. The closer you are to your target, the more accurate you can be. So we getting ready for our first throw here. The dice are in hand, got them set, got them gripped, and nice soft throw. Let's see how we do. All right, there's the hard 10, so that's a good start. That's a 9 to 5, so we'll pay 10 for 1 on that. So there's 10, there's $1 change for the casino. And now the reason why we have all the 1s, I like to tip the dealer $1 every time I get paid. I get that from playing a lot of poker, and generally when you have a pot pushed to you at the poker table, you'll throw the dealer $1 or $2. And I think by carrying that over to the craps table, that keeps the dealers working, rooting for you, and keeps them involved. When you win, they win, so that makes them on your side. Karma's never a bad thing. So they're rooting for you, and it also shows your appreciation for all the work that they do, because you do have them working hard for you. You're moving a lot of chips using this system, and you just want to let them know that they are appreciated. Okay, with our step-down system, when we hit a score hit, we take down the 2 outside numbers. In this case, it's the 4 and the 10, and that means our boards are no longer fully populated. So we will take down the 2 lay bets. They're no longer necessary. And now we're looking for an inside number as we continue to warm up and kind of get a feel for the table. Move the button to the 10. That was the number. So here we go. Back here at our throwing station. Throws away. It's a 9, 5, 4, 9, center field 9. So that'll pay 7 to 5. $5 bet means we win 7. So we'll rack that up. $1 for the dealer. 2 outside numbers come up on the score hit, and now we're looking at a 6 and an 8. So let's go ahead and get our dice ready. In hand, here we go. Oop, came up a little short there. That's a 5, nothing on the 5. And you got to hit the back wall or they'll get on you. So I'm not sure they would call that a legal throw anyway. So let's try that again. And that's why you warm up. You got to get a feel for what kind of a pace you need to put on the dice to have them hit the wall like you want. And we came up a little light on that one, so we'll put a little more force behind this one. There we go. There's a 3-6 center field 9. So we'll try that again. 3635 is the set. Stick right 1 is the position. And if you're wondering what that means, every craps table has a stick man. He's the man in the middle of the table with the stick, and I'm one position to his right, and that's how that works. Okay, it's a hard 6. That's another score hit. So that's another $7 winner. And so we're throwing pretty well now, so we're going to go ahead. There's a $1 tip for the dealer. So we're going to go ahead and step up to our regular betting $5 table, and we'll go with green chips, 160 across. That's all the box numbers. And then we'll put a hat on the 6 and the 8. Those play 7 to 6, so that'll be a $35 hit if we hit those. And once again, a fully populated board, so we're going to lay the 4 and the 10. We're going to put 30 on each one of those. Those will pay at 1 to 2, $15 if we hit. So once again, we'll move the chips down to the bottom of the board. And now we are ready for our first important throw here. Okay, dice are in hand. Throws away. And that's your 11. Okay, on horn numbers are 2, 3, 11, and 12. When we hit a horn number, we treat that as a score hit, and we take down our 2 outside numbers. That's the 4 and the 10. What that means is the board is no longer fully populated, so we can take down our lay bets. We don't need that protection any longer. And we'll throw them again and look for an inside number here. So 5, 6, 8, or 9 is what we're looking for. Our first day in Vegas on our virtual vacation. Throwing at the Ellis Island Casino and Brewery. There's the 5-4 center field 9. That's another $7 winner, so we'll go 10 for 3 on that. Oh, excuse me, that's a $35 winner. Forgot we had increased our bets there, so $35 hit. We'll pay that off, $1 for the dealer. I don't know if you've been to Ellis Island. It's, like I said, it's just a small casino, locals casino, about a block off the strip. 2 outside numbers come up on the score hit. And they've got 1 craps table, 1 roulette table, I believe, and then they have several blackjack tables, and then also slot machines and video poker. They do have several pretty good restaurants. The cafe that I mentioned before, they've got a good pizza joint in there. If you like pizza, you can go in there and get that. 3-6 center field 9. And also a barbecue joint. It's not too bad. So if you have a little time, go out there. And of course, they have their own brewery there. They brew their own beer. And so if you like something like that, that's a good place to visit. And they also, there's the hard 6. They also make a root beer there that's very good if you like root beer. That's another $35 hit, and that completes that level. So part of our step down system, we'll step our bets down, reduce them, lock in our profit, and we're going to go to 64 across. That's 2 units or $10 on the 4, the 5, the 9, and the 10. And then it'll be $12 on the 6 and the 8. And then we need a little protection again since we have a fully populated board. So we'll put $10 on the 4 and the 10, which of course matches our light side bet on those 2 numbers. And just keep on throwing. How long do you play? Well, for me, I will play until I have 3 7-outs. And once I hit the 3rd one, I'm done for the day. Or if I really get off to a bad start, there's the easy 8. That's a $14 hit. I'm really having a bad day where I have 2 consecutive 7-outs. 15 for 1 on that. I will stop right then. It'll be a short day, but that's kind of the way it goes. And there's a $1 tip for our dealers. So 2 outside numbers come up on the score hit. That's the 4 and the 10. And once again, 2 lay bets come down. We no longer need them. So we're ready to go again. So our first time to handle the dice on our vacation, and been pretty fortunate so far. Off to a good start. There's another easy 8. That's another $14. So we'll do the 15 for 1 again. And then another $1 tip for the dealers. Keep them happy. And some dealers like to bet their tips. Some don't. You just have to ask them what they prefer, or they can do it themselves. It depends on the particular casino. But it's kind of how I like to tip. And sometimes it may be considered over tipping if you get on a hot streak. But I'd rather over tip than under tip. It's just me. Everybody has their own philosophy for tipping, and none of them are wrong. So there's another hard 6. We're all over that 6. So that's another $14 hit. So let's do the 15 for 1 more time. And then we'll do the $1 tip for our dealers. Okay, and then we've completed that level. So now we'll level down again, or step down again to 1 unit on everything. So we'll bring all that down. And then we'll put $6 lay bet, fully populated board on both the 4 and the 10. And you may ask why 6 instead of 5. It pays 1 to 2. So if it hits, we get a $3 payout. That's easy. If you bet the 5, then you got a $2.50 payout, and that's not easy. And so might as well keep it as simple as we can. All right, still throwing well, banging on that 6 and 8. So that's a $7 winner on the easy 8. Rack that up, $1 tip for the dealer. 2 outside numbers come down on the score hit. 2 lay bets come down. We no longer need those. And let's keep on keeping on. 3-5, 3-6, 3-6, 3-5 set. Stick right 1, a left-hander. And I talked a little bit about my stance in a previous video. That's important. You want to be sure there's a horn number so the 2 outside numbers come down. Your stance is important. You want to be sure you're comfortable, that you have a good solid stance. I like to have what I call an open stance. And what I mean by that, my left foot is the one closest to the wall I'm throwing towards. And so I'll have that back about 1 foot further away from the table than I do my right foot. And that kind of opens me up and gives me a better look at the target. And also, in my case, it helps me keep my thumb underneath so those dice stay on axis when I let go of them, stay flat. So that's what I do. You may be different, but just saying that to let you know that it's not all your hands, it's also your feet are very important as you practice your throws, being consistent. All right, there's another 6. That's another $7 hit. So we'll pay that off. And that completes that level. $1 tip for our dealer. So we're just going to repopulate the board and keep on going. And once again, we'll need to put those lay bets out. Board's fully populated. So we get that down. And let's see, there's the 3-6. There's the 3-5. Fully populated board. Throwing well, feeling good. Our first session on our vacation. All right, there's the easy 10. So that's a $9 winner up front. We'll pay 10 for 1 on that. And then we also lose our lay bet. So that goes away. We do win our pass line bet. That's a front line winner. So that goes to us. And $1 for the dealers. We came out ahead overall on that one, so we'll tip them $1. Turn the button off. 2 outside numbers come down on the score hit, which means the lay bet can come down. And I think this video has gone on long enough. So we will continue this session 1 from Ellis Island Casino and Brewery in our next video. And once we have 3 7-outs, at that time we will count up and see where we were with our $600 buy-in. So we hope you enjoyed part 1 of our virtual Vegas vacation from Ellis Island Casino. And we will see you again soon with part 2. And hopefully we will continue on this hot roll we've got going at the moment. Thank you for joining us. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button and also consider subscribing to the channel. This is Professor Profit coming to you on our virtual Vegas vacation. If you're out there rolling those bones, we wish you the best of luck and may all your rolls be winners. Talk to you again. Bye-bye.